Today we are going out reselling, and if you watched any of my recent videos, you'll know that I'm trying to do $2,000 every 2 weeks to buy inventory for my Amazon and eBay business. But over these past couple weeks, we've been out and about a couple places and actually picked up a lot of inventory, as you can see here. Almost $600, so we only have to spend just over $1,400 today, and that's a good thing because I am very busy this week. In this video, I'm going to take you through the whole process of a week of reselling for me. The first step is to prepare everything for reselling, making sure that we have enough money to put on our credit cards in order to buy inventory. I actually made sure that we had that last night, so I guess I'm not showing you everything. Normally I'll put together a lot of food for the day, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of snack, but we don't really have a ton of groceries right now, so I'm just gonna buy some food. Double check that we had enough money left in our monthly budget. Normally the plan would be to make a plan, but today I'm actually feeling like winging it a little bit. Even though I said this, whenever I go out, I make sure that I have a plan. I haven't had that, it hasn't been as good in one of my last videos. So the goal is to spend that $1,400 by 11 o'clock when all the stores close tonight, so I don't have to go reselling tomorrow because we gotta get our vaccine. And Chris needs the car. Tips for the people about reselling?
Buy things.
Wow.
And then sell them.
You don't even need me. You don't need me either way, but you definitely don't need me now. All right, enough blabbing. Let's get to selling. All right, first store of the day. Honestly, pretty pumped. I haven't been to this Marshall's in probably 2 months. Road to 1,400, here we come. Cheap, 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 cheap. I was not expecting to find something that's this profitable. So you see this right here? Those are track spikes, and they're selling right now 20 a day almost, which makes sense because we're getting into track season. Selling here for $17, and as you can see on the screen, they're all going for like 50 to 70 bucks. Probably try to grab a couple sizes and a couple colors. Dang it, just like I've talked about before, these don't have spikes anywhere in them, and they require spikes, and so obviously I can't sell them. Even though they have the bag, they don't have any spikes. They're not good to anybody. Nothing had them. Sometimes they have them here at the end caps as well. Might be good. Not bad, but not good. On to the next. Store number 2. No way. No, it's not. They're still super nice though. I thought we did it first store. These are the pro model, not the elite model, but they're still super nice. If they're a good size, I'll still pick them up. Size 7, they might sell, especially soccer cleats, but I might have to wait a little bit. So we'll see if there's anything else. Ooh, 0.3s. I already have a bunch of those that haven't sold yet. These are really nice. Ooh, these are size 9. I'm a size 9, honestly. Pretty much any soccer stuff, size 9. If it's good enough quality, I'll buy. These are the pro model, I know, because I've looked at a bunch of these. I'll buy those for 20 bucks. I'll be able to sell them. If not, I'll have more soccer cleats. 0.3, nope. Our streak of $100 Rosses continues. That is just awesome. Oh, don't worry, I got you guys. Oh, and we're at a new Ross, by the way. Feels nice to actually be at it this early because last week I went out at like 11 o'clock both days. Not even 11 o'clock yet, we're 10% of the way done. Didn't really find a lot in these shoes. I did see 2 other resellers though. There's still this one thing, but it's a good size and it looks cool, so I'm gonna see if any of them have sold pretty recently. No sales. The way you look that up though, so you see that last 3 numbers, the 163. I don't want to check to see if all of them have sold all of this type of cleat. I just want to see if this color has. Sometimes sales can be pretty color specific. Tag down here, it's way too far down. I'll show you a different tag. See those last numbers here, that 004? That's gonna be the color code part of the art number, and that's how you look up the specific colorway. Sometimes I'm mad that I forget to get a cart. We weren't at 100, but 85 is not bad. There are a lot of resellers in that store though. I think I saw 3 other ones. Maybe today's the day that they go out. I'm normally not out on this day. A lot of the stuff that I've been buying over these last couple of weeks has been a lot of like duplicate items. Luckily, I think everything should sell fine. Similar to like I talk about in my videos about investing, you should be diversified in all of your business ventures, even just with the inventory that you get. So if I had the opportunity to spend $1,500, that would make me the same profit on 100 different items or on 20 different items. I'd rather do 100 different items, given that they all have a similar sales velocity. That way, if something stops selling, I have so much more of other stuff that is selling. But there's so many different factors that go into it that it's pretty hard to say. So I just end up buying what I think will be the best. So here's the question, what's the deal with this shoe? Because it's one shoe, very used. Did someone steal one shoe and replace it with theirs? So you see all these bags right here? 9 bags. Now as you can see, I have 3 of them in my cart. Let me show you exactly why. So as you can see on here, it's got a 2,900 out of a million sales rank. When you see this out of a million on Scoutify, it just means that it's in a subcategory of a category, so they don't have the exact rank for it. But it's $16.99, so $17. So I'd be getting back $14 on this. Now let's go over to Amazon because I bought this before. If you notice my first video, that was the last item that actually got us to the $1,500 mark. So I haven't had them at Amazon all that long. I have 1 available, and if you go to my sales, I have 1 sold in the past 7 days. So I could buy a bunch of those, but I don't feel super confident that I'm going to be getting the buy box a lot. So I'm just going to pick up 3 more. That way I'm only tying up about $50. If I had sold both, I would have picked all of those up. I was not expecting to spend over $100 at a Burlington today. Walmart has sucked for us recently. Let's see if this one is better for us today. Historically, this hasn't been one of the best Walmarts for me. They do have a very small clearance section and an even smaller fishing section, especially compared to other Walmarts. It has not been better so far. Let's see if the fishing section has anything. It's been like 2 months since I've had a good Walmart run. Someone at Walmart corporate has to tell them to put all their good stuff on clearance the days that I go. What the heck? Thought I was about to get skunked, but I checked this with you guys a few weeks ago. One of the tackle kits that I sell, I was selling it, as you can see, for $20.39. But now that everybody has sold out, just like I was saying, it's now selling for a low price of $29.95, which means that I can start picking these up again for $10 and making back $20. Now I have something at Walmart that I can look forward to in the day. Honestly, seeing that gets me a little more excited because at one point I had about 20 of those in my inventory. So I know that they'll sell. They'll even make me a little bit of money, even if they drop all the way down to that low price that I was selling them at the very end. But I'm pumped to go to more Walmarts now. Only about a quarter of the way there. It's just past noon. Pretty good. It's only been about 3 hours of reselling. Let's keep it going. All right, time for one of my favorite places, Academy. And I actually have a return today. One small thing, I keep forgetting it in my desk. Hopefully I don't forget to actually return it. The last Academy we went to in one of these videos, we spent $400. Then I went to one on my way home from the gym, and I only spent $17. So I'm hoping that we're more on the $400 angle. This normally helps me to get to my numbers pretty fast. This is my kind of wall right here. All these yellow tags are clear. Oh, this could be really good. So I scanned every single one of the clearance items, at least that had inventory still here. And this is what we got. All of this is at least at 50%. And I know that it should sell and there should be very low returns on it because it's fishing stuff. You take it out and you put it in your tackle box. So because of that, I'm comfortable doing 50%, especially because most of these brands I've sold before. But even with that, a lot of it is at 100% or above 100%. So I'm guessing profit on this is about 80% ROI. And each of these is like $3. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be spending a couple $100 easy here. It always feels good to either have to get a second basket or grab a cart. That's how we know we're making money. All right, so we got all of this and all of this, and I have $1 return. So I'm gonna make a guess of what this is gonna be, and I think it's gonna be $573.24. I also think it's gonna take like 25 minutes for them to ring it up.
It's gonna be $561.95.
I'm honestly really impressed with how close I got to that final number. Hopefully this means that the other academies are gonna be starting to put some of this stuff on clearance as well. Next up, we got 2 Rosses and a Marshalls, and I'm actually gonna be shooting a different video about how to resell shoes for eBay to know if they're profitable or not, because I got a request for that video. But that video will be coming out after this one, so subscribe for that. I'll still show you the totals from each of the stores though as I do that video. We're almost done, honestly. We spent a little bit during that trip. We only have $250 left until we're at our $1,412 that we need to spend. But those tackle boxes that I bought, I want to get a couple more of them. So even if that means that we go over a bit, I know that those will sell. So I'm comfortable picking those up, especially because I can now get over 100% on them. I have no doubt that within the next hour or two, we'll be over our $1,400. Question is, are we gonna spend way more than that? Kind of don't want to, but I also kind of do. Well, I hope Ross is better than that. And this Ross has my favorite shoe section. It's just very big. And even though it's my favorite section, I don't actually remember the last time I got a lot of good stuff here. Well, that was way better than TJ Maxx. We only have $10 more that we need to spend in the Academy. That'll be it for today. If I can't spend $10 there, I guess I'll still go home because I probably got over 100% ROI again, which means hopefully we're over $2,000 in potential profit. If you know, you know. Chicken tender sub, thank you so much. Have a good one. Ah, yes. We are fueled up. Still gotta check out clearance though. What? This whole thing used to be clearance. Now it's just that. I wonder I haven't been finding much at Walmart. See if there's anything today. Nope, moving on. Definitely able to get a couple of restock. And if that next Walmart and Academy are like the other ones, we might be looking at $2,500 for this 2-week period. It's a little daunting. Academy 2.0, I'm feeling pretty good about it, but last time I was here, I only spent $17. I'm just hoping that they had the same clearance schedule and I can buy all those crankbaits. Oh yeah, it's a little more dispersed, but it looks like we got pretty much the same stuff. Back to scanning. We are getting there. There's a pricing issue. It says it was $4.49, but I think it was like $2, so he's just going and checking. Sometimes I have to go with them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I can scan it on a thing. You never know what's gonna happen. I don't want to have to return those, and I need to make sure I get them at my price, otherwise I can't make any money. So far, we're at $180. It's just a little daunting, but I know gotta buy stuff to sell stuff. And honestly, worst case scenario is I just lead this into next week's if nothing sells at all, and I'm getting a little worried. So instead of trying to spend either $1,500 or $2,000, I'll just drop that by however much we go over this week. There is a Ross White over there though, so I mean, we kind of gotta stop in. It's a Ross. Here's the deal I'm cutting with myself. I'm not gonna buy anything that I've already bought today unless it's like 200% profit. I've been buying a lot of raw stuff that's duplicates. That's relatively expensive, like $10 to $12 headphones. I haven't sold any yet, but I've sold other Skull Candy headphones headphones, so I'm not too worried about it. I think I just picked up like 13 or 14 of one thing. Every time that I haven't done that in the past, I've regretted it for the most part. Well, these look pretty cool. Oh, dang it. Here's a pretty big win. Saw Nike Air back here, and it looks pretty good. It's selling consistently for like $78. I'm scrolled back 2 days, and I have 30 things that have sold for like 80 bucks. 30 bucks here. That's an easy buy. It always feels kind of good to have to come back for a cart, especially when that means you found some multiple 100% items and a soccer ball for yourself. Anybody else ever have products that they just want to buy because they're cool, but you can't? Thank you so much. I feel kind of good about not having spent $100, so I was pretty disciplined in there. I'm way too happy about a $10 purple soccer ball than I should be. There's one more Walmart to go to grab some more of those tackle boxes. It just happens to be a Marshall's next to it, so I might go to the Marshall's too. Same rules at the Marshall's though as we had at the Ross. Now that we got that soccer ball, I think that we should be doing some soccer transitions, just like the one you just saw. All right, let's try to be in and out of here in like 10 minutes. All right, Clarence, I haven't found anything in you today. Don't be the same. It was more of the same. Hopefully they at least have some of those tackle boxes. Sometimes they hide them from you. Fast, fast, fast. Do we really not have any? Oh, we got one. One more store. Be disciplined, Anthony. Don't just buy crap. You've already spent $2,500. Last store of the day officially. Hope we find something awesome, but I also don't want to overspend. Maybe we can end it on something good. If not, you'll just see me walking out of the store right now. Yeah, that was not good. I didn't find anything, even in general, to buy. Oh, wow, perfect timing. My mask just broke. Shipment time. We're gonna grab everything from the cart, bring it in here, and organize it by its store, including the stuff that's already on the ground. That way we can put buy lists together by store so that we know how much we profited from each of the different stores that we went to. The next step for me is to take everything out and categorize it by Amazon and eBay, and then catalog it with my app. I use Scoutify 2, which is a part of Inventory Lab, which I'll leave a link to down in the description. Hopefully by the time this video up, that's actually an affiliate link. You will support the channel if you decide to use Inventory Lab through that, but by all means, do not use Inventory Lab if it's not best for your business. All of the Walmart stuff laid out here. The next step is gonna be to go into my phone, and we're gonna go over to Scoutify 2 real quick. I'll scan the item. Go ahead to add. I'm gonna create the buy list for today, which is gonna be Walmart, and the cost per unit is $266. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 of them. Just gonna keep it at that list price. Change this over to Walmart. New condition, no discount unfortunately. Add to buy list, and then we'll do the same thing with all these items. All the Walmart stuff has been cataloged. Also, they dropped the prices on those tackle boxes. Still be able to make about 50% at least, but still, that's annoying, man. And here, we'll hit this, send it to my email. Come down here and archive it. That's the same thing that we're gonna do every single time. Do the same thing for all the rest of these stores, for Burlington, TJ Maxx, Academy, Marshalls, and Ross, setting aside all of the eBay stuff outside of Amazon, because we're going to focus on my Amazon workflow first and then eBay stuff later. And then after that's done, we're going to have to get onto the computer and process everything on the computer so we can actually send the buy list to Amazon. Everything is organized. Amazon stuff all of here, and then eBay stuff in these little boxes that we'll be able to get done tomorrow. It's 11:44 right now, so tomorrow we have a couple of setbacks. Pretty early because I have to head out to get my second dose of the vaccine. 45 minutes, so we're going to go on to Inventory Lab. I'll show you the process of uploading your buy lists from your phone. That way we can hopefully get our shipments and at least print out labels before we have to go. Inventory Lab, log in here, and then we're also going to need to open up Gmail. I've created a bunch of different labels. I have some for all my Amazon stuff, refunds, shipments, other FBA, and then down here, Inventory Labs and Inventory Lab buy list. So we'll just download all of them real quick. We'll head back over into Inventory Lab, go to list and prep, create a new batch. Then we'll go down here to select file. In select file, we'll go over to the downloads, and we'll start off with Academy. We're gonna ship it from my address. We'll process the buy list. This tells Inventory Labs what your document says. If you use Scoutify 2 like we did to scan everything, you'll be fine because they're created by the same people. 21 issues. All of that though looks like is because it's replenishing inventory that I already have. So we're just gonna go down here to bulk replenish all, and then we have some here that are duplicates in buy list. This makes sense because I bought them at the 2 different academies. This one, I know I only bought at 1 academy, and I know I only bought 2 of them. I have no idea what that would be. Honestly, I might have those extra runs. I just don't think so. I'm gonna hit merge duplicates now, and when we're labeling everything, we'll be able to find out the problem. Now everything is good. Now we click Amazon validation, and that's where Amazon's gonna tell us if we can actually send all this stuff in. No issues. Create batch. Pleasantly surprised, our total net profit is above a 100% ROI. This is pretty much the first thing I always look for. If this was the only thing that we had, we would click review batch, but we don't. We have more. So we'll go back up to these 3 little things here, hit import buy list, and now we're gonna do the same thing for the rest of the buy list. If you see the sales rank here, 152, 127, mine is normally in the 2s. To be in the 1s is really good. More than normal is gonna sell from this batch. So I'm okay not being like well over 100% ROI. Next up here is to hit review batch, overall summary of everything, submit, and we do have to request the proposed shipments from FBA. I'm hoping that it spits out only 1 shipment. It's 2 shipments. 1 shipment has 1 item in it. What is the item? Oh, yeah, it thinks that this thing is oversized. This thing right here is well below 25 inches, so I could just throw it in with everything else. But for whatever reason, it thinks it's oversized. Really happy that everything else is in one other shipment though. It'll make life a lot easier. Let's create them. Create here. Even though it's one shipment, each box can have a maximum of 50 pounds. So we're gonna have to put this in a bunch of different boxes. Now we go over to enter box contents. And if we already had everything labeled, then we would just come in here and assign which items go into which box and create new boxes over here. The first step is actually to head over to Seller Central, manage FBA shipments. Inventory Lab works with the back end of Amazon to send information over. We already have the 2 shipments, and so we'll go to work on shipment here, review and modify unit. It'll show me all the units that we have that we're gonna be sending, and we'll hit print labels for this page. 20 pages long. I haven't checked my label stock in a while. I think it's up. Honestly, I don't even know if I have 20 labels. 15, 16. So it looks like we're gonna have to buy some more labels today. I'm still gonna print the first 16 pages, and we'll just have to print the last 4 after I buy more. This is why in that video where I talked about creating a checklist before you go out, I talk about checking whether or not you have so much supplies. I was at a bunch of stores that had these labels yesterday. It's always bad when you don't take your own advice. So we'll just print the first 16. Well, the label saga continues, because the first one took 2 pages through instead of just 1. I went to Walgreens to get our vaccine in like 15 minutes, so I'm hoping they have these labels. See about labeling these first ones up. 1 page down, but we gotta go. Excited to get shot.
Always.
Thank you so much. See if we can find some of these labels though. Kind of doubt they're gonna be here. I feel like they would be right here. All right, cool. If we stop somewhere real fast, back at our good friend Walmart, let's grab these labels and get back to work. Shoot. That's for inkjet printers. I got a laser printer. What a dummy. All right, we got the labels now. Let's get the last 5 pages printed out, and then we can get back to labeling. I do have to leave in less than an hour, though, to go to counseling. I think we could still probably get this out by 7 o'clock when the UPS store closes. Accidentally reprinted page 15. How many label sheets does it take to print out 20 sheets of label? Apparently, like 23. 13 and a half left to go out of the 20. That's actually not bad for a little less than an hour. But we haven't taken any labels off yet, so head to counseling, and then we'll be back and do the rest of it. All right, we're back. Let's keep labeling the stuff. I got all of the stuff that doesn't need to be delabeled done. We'll start the delabeling process, and I'll show you how I like to do that. If you watched one of my latest videos, you'll know how I like to do it, but I'll show you guys again real quick. Oh, remember I had 10 too many of these in my shipment? None of these have been listed. Unfortunately, since I've already accepted shipments, in order to add these, I would have to cancel my shipment and remake it. I don't feel super comfortable doing that. If any of you guys have done that before, I would love your input on it. I'm just gonna leave these for the next time that I ship stuff in. That stinks. Let's show you how to delabel some stuff. I've tried a couple different techniques, and I even got a response from one of you guys in my comments on the video where I shipped everything out about something that could save my fingers and make life a little faster. So I think I'm actually gonna buy that from Amazon. But this is a hair dryer. You can use this or a heat gun. It'll make your life a lot easier getting the adhesive off. Then in here somewhere, I have kind of like just my little reselling toolkit, and from this we're just gonna have to take the Goo Gone as well as this towel right here. This is what we'll use to get the residue off after we've already used the hairdryer. 2 different types of packaging. This one right here has a little bit of a boxy sheen on it, and this one's obviously a plastic. Oftentimes I don't even need to use the Goo Gone, but we'll see how much residue it leaves on. That one warmed up the adhesive so much that there's really not much residue. Tiny bit right over here in the corner. Honestly, something like that, you could probably just rub it off without the Goo Gone. But if you just put some on the towel, if you put it on enough, there's enough Goo Gone just gonna be stored in this towel. Now, it's perfect. Now we'll take this one off. This one doesn't even have any residue left. These 2 are ready to be labeled, and that is how you use the heat gun. The one thing to make note of though is it can hurt your hands, so I have some gloves that I bought to work on our van that I'm gonna go grab and probably wear those so that my hands don't get too burnt. Finally, everything got delabeled. It's late now though. It's almost 5, I think. That always is the longest part. That means I really only have 1 hour to label the rest of the stuff, get it packed up. I am running a little low on tape as well, so I hope I don't run out of that. Let's get this crap labeled. So we got all the first shipments labels on, but we're not quite done yet. We do have to polybag some items. You see, these were just fragile items. They're not required to be polybagged, but because they're fragile, I like to put some polybags around them to give them some cushioning. These socks right here do require to be polybagged. Amazon will tell you that, so we're gonna throw those in polybags real quick. And then we have some mistakes that we have to fix right here. So there's 2 things that we have to do now. The first is actually change a little bit of our first shipment. I was 10 off on that little lizard bait, and then I also accidentally put in 1 extra skull candy headphone. So we'll just go into this shipment, find that. I actually only have 2. So this is a problem that I've had happen before. You are only allowed to edit your shipment by either 5% or 6 units. So I can't actually delete 10 units from this shipment because it's more than the 6 allowed for this specific product. What I'm going to do is just enter 6. Obviously that's frustrating because that means that it's not going to be accurate, but what happens is, as you'll see, this shipment right here might have been the same case. I don't quite remember. There are 249 actual, 250 projected. That just means that there was 1 unit less that they received than what was in the shipping plan. That being said, I have to keep this at 6 even though I'm only sending in 2, so I'm going to know that there's going to be 4 units that they don't receive that are in the shipment plan because I never had those units to give them. I don't know if that's necessarily the right thing to do, but that's what I do. The second one is that skull candy one. I only have 2 of them, not 3, so change that to 2. And so now we have the correct amount of units in our shipment. The next thing that we're going to do is package all this up. So in here, I have my medium Home Depot boxes. The way that I like to box things up is weights first. These are each 10-pound weights. Those 4 are going to go together in their own separate box. I'll put cardboard between each of them in a small box like this Home Depot box here. Then I have some more weights down here, package as much as I can to get up to about 48, 49 pounds. But the thing that we have to do on Inventory Lab as we box it up, every time that we put an item in a specific box, we have to mark and assign it to box 1. Or once box 1 fills up, because I'm putting those 4 weights in, and we'll create a new box over here and then create box 2 and box 3 and then show what is in every single box. But I tend to like to carry this computer around with me, and as I'm putting stuff in boxes, I'll input what I've done into the computer. That way I'm doing it as I go and it becomes a little bit faster. We only have about 45 minutes before I have to leave here to get it all to UPS. All right. Thanks, babe. You're good. Might as well grab some like groceries or something while you're there. I'm not gonna be able to take this stuff today anyways. Bye. Dang it. 6:46 right now. I ran out of tape because I'm really bad at buying stuff that I need for my business apparently. I asked Carissa to go to Walmart, just do me a big favor, at like 6:10, but traffic is stupid where I live. The Walmart is literally 3.3 miles away. It took her 30 minutes to get there. I'm gonna keep putting all the packages together. And I really wanted this to be out of my house today. At least it'll be done and ready for tomorrow. All right, so everything is now packed up, waiting for Carissa for the tape. I'll show you how I enter the box contents on Inventory Lab real quick. As you can see, it says quantity left to assign 330. 574 is the total number of units. So that means that we've already assigned 244 units. Everything over here, if it's this blue color, it's not yet assigned to a box. If it's this green color, it has been. Because I packed the other 3 boxes knowing everything that I put in there, I did pack the 4th one a little bit hastily. All of these little weights go in there. I made sure of that. And that's something that's a little easier too, especially so you don't have to count all of these weights. Because I have like 40 of one and 30 of another, I just make sure I put all of them in the same box. That way I don't have to worry about it. Oh, I should also probably make a new box first. So go over here to new, create 1 box. That'll be the 4th box. And now it's gonna uncheck everything because I can't do anything right now. Now I hit assign to box. And then this is gonna be box number 4. It says the estimated weight is 60 pounds. I hope it's not. Let me weigh that real quick. Dang it! 54 pounds. So what we're gonna do, move some stuff from here into the other box. I got a bunch of these knives and we'll just move them over here. All right, let's reweigh it real quick. 52 pounds. So I'm gonna take some of these baits out. Try again. 50.2, all right. I'm gonna take one of these. Let's try. To 49.2. I know my skill runs a little heavy. Now we have to make sure that we move it in our system. Moved all 10 of these. If we click into this little green thing, you'll have options and we can put it in different boxes. So we'll put all of those into box 3 from box 4, assign those. A bag. We only moved 1 bag though. So what we can do is instead of having all 3 in box 4, we just change this to 2 and assign that. And now it'll have 1 that's unassigned. So we'll assign that one into box 3 and we'll do that with the rest of the things. Estimated contents weighs 52 pounds. We did measure it and it's 49-ish. When we take it to UPS, they'll probably say it's 47.5 or so. The beautiful thing is we have quantity left to assign 0. So what we can do is hit transmit boxes, but we're gonna have to wait because we have to actually put the dimensions in when we do that. We've officially been retaped. Done. I'm just gonna pack up this other box right here real quick. Oh, we got everything over here ready to go for tomorrow, but we still need to complete our shipments. We'll assign this one to the box. We could transmit these boxes separately, but let's transmit them together. Transmit all boxes to Seller Central here. First shipment only has 1 box, and that's why I write everything on these. 2 pounds, 20 by 14 by 2. Write down which box it is, because I totally forgot which box it was. So box 1 is 44 pounds, and it's 17 by 13 by 13. So now we're gonna submit all the boxes to Seller Central. As you can see, our box information was accepted by Amazon. So we'll just head straight over to Seller Central. Go down here into Manage FBA Shipments. We'll do the small shipment first. Work on shipment. You pretty much just have to accept the dimensions. Make sure everything is correct there. Hit calculate. For 2 pounds, it's gonna be stupid expensive because it's only one thing. $4.35. So accept the charges. And then for the shipping labels, we come back over here. Tomorrow's date, which is Friday. So print the box labels. Got our label. The big one is for UPS. The other one is for Amazon. When you come back in here though, don't forget to hit complete shipment. I always forget to do that. Second shipment. You'll see all 4 boxes are sent in and they have the correct weights and everything. $46.52, 170 pounds is what I'm sending in. Only 27 cents a pound. So even if we add in the other one, it's still only 29 cents per pound. So when I estimate 50 cents per pound, I'm actually estimating a little high. So now back in here, I'm just gonna agree to it and accept the charges. It's gonna pull that out of my Amazon balance. The great thing about these labels is on the very top, you'll actually see the number of the box. So this one says box 1 of 4 and the pound. And since all my pounds are different, even if I forget to write which box it is, I'll have that right there. We gotta label them up real quick, take them over to the UPS store. Estimate the listings for the eBay stuff, then talk about how much we made total or will make. All right, obviously it's already been a super long video, so we'll get straight to the point here. As you can see, including what I bought before this video, we spent a total of $2,630.02. Total profit was $2,728.35, giving us an ROI of just under 104%. And you can see all the other numbers for the specific stores and the eBay and Amazon totals broken down up there if you want to pause the video. If you want to see the video that I shot in the middle of this one today about how to find shoes that will sell on Amazon, go ahead and watch this video right here if it's up, or subscribe. Check out this video if you want a more in-depth look on how to actually send a shipment into FBA, or this playlist down here has all my reselling videos in it if you are just getting started, or you just want to check out some of my other days that I've gone out reselling. I appreciate your support so much, and I hope you have a great rest of whatever day you're watching this on. Stay smart.